What is going on, you guys? My name is Jersey-O or Jay, and welcome back to the channel. We are talking Remnant from the Ashes. There was a lot of new content shown in their latest 3 live streams, and don't worry, I'm gonna have them linked in the description for the people that missed them. Man, oh man, they showed off new zones, new enemies, and they even talked about the new dynamic generation element of this game. We have a lot to dive into, but before we get into that, this game will be dropping August 20th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC, but for the people that pre-ordered as of now, not only will you get early access to the full game, but you'll also get 3 exclusive character armors and a survival pack full of weapon crafting material, medical supplies, and a temporary XP boost. So keep that in mind, and that definitely sounds good. And if this is your first time catching one of my Remnant from the Ashes videos, to give a quick summary of this game, the world has been thrown into chaos by an ancient evil from another dimension. Humanity is struggling to survive, but they possess the technology to open portals to other realms and alternate realities. You must travel through these portals to uncover the mystery of where the evil came from, scavenge resources to stay alive, and fight back to carve out a foothold for mankind to rebuild. Explore dynamically generated worlds that change each time you play, filled with over 100 variety of deadly enemies and 20 epic bosses to battle using wicked arsenal of weapons, armor, and special modifications you can use to adapt to any situation. And I would also like to mention this because everyone kept asking me this over and over. Yes, you're able to play by yourself. You don't necessarily have to play online with other people, but if you're going to play online with friends, you're able to play with up to 2 other friends. So a total of 3 people online, and yes, you're able to play by yourself. So what we're going to be doing from this point is just doing a quick recap on all the new content that was shown via their latest live stream, and don't worry, I'm going to have it linked in the description. Now, starting everything out, when you first hop into this game, you will have 4 available character save slots, and yes, they literally dropped the bomb with this one. They answered the question that everybody wanted to know: will there be character creation? 100% yes. You'll be able to customize your body type, whether you want to go out there with a female or a male, your hairstyle, your hair color, your skin tone, just about everything. And you know what? I'm looking forward to it, and I know you guys are excited as well. It's always fun playing a game that you like, but being able to play a game that you like with the character that you've created, it just takes it to the next level. Big shout out to them for this. Here is the character creator screen. He was just like throwing some random stuff together just to show you everything that you can like possibly do. If I had to compare this to any game, maybe The Division. Like for the people that played The Division, kind of like think like that. And when it comes down to like character creation, you're able to like add scars to your face, and it's pretty cool. Another cool thing they showed off was the advanced stat screen, and you're able to toggle it on and off, but most importantly, you'll find a ton of details about your character. It'll show your armor, your weight, your encumbrance level, which affects your roll distance, your resistance stats, which can be changed depending on like the type of gear you're wearing, and below that you'll have your offense, your miscellaneous, and a rating versus zone. Now with the rating versus zone, let me actually kind of explain a little bit of this. This tab pretty much tells you if your character and the upgrades you have are suitable for the difficulty of the zone you're about to enter. So it may say something like, you know, it's suitable, so you're good to go, or neutral, or it's not suitable, so you know, fall back until you get some better gear or something in that nature. And speaking of zones, here we have the courses, and they actually revealed this a few days ago, so some of you guys that caught their live stream may have seen this already. But anyway, the courses is an ice planet, but there are thermal fissures that run underneath the planet's surface, and it also has like a jungle vibe to it, as you can see. And one very important thing I would like to mention is that even though you may be seeing his gameplay, you may see the weapons he's using or the gear he has on, or even just the look of the map, just because you see it this way, it's going to be different for you because of dynamic generation. Remember how I mentioned that earlier? Well, the dynamic generation element of this game plays a part on pretty much everything. You're going to see different enemies from him, you're going to find different loot, and most of all, you're going to have a different map layout. Well, it's not going to be like completely different, but you know, some trees may be repositioned, or there may be like a huge gap in the road, or you know, buildings may be moved. And you know what? I think that's going to have a very big effect on the replay value of this game, being able to hop into the same world over and over, but notice something different about it, or just finding different loot, or just facing different enemies. That is definitely going to add a lot to the replay value of this game. Moving on, let's go over his inventory and everything he has equipped. So first thing first, this right here is called the Defiler. This is a boss weapon, which pretty much means you can't remove the mod that it has on it. So, and most of the time, all the boss weapons you find are going to be very, like, they're going to be more powerful than the, you know, typical weapon that you may find lying around. But remember, you cannot remove the mod that's on it. And just barely below that, he has the hunting rifle, which is one of the main starting weapons for the hunter archetype. Now, speaking of archetypes, just because you may start out with like the hunter archetype or like the ex-cultist, for example, you're still going to be able to find everything else that's on each archetype in game. So don't worry about it. Oh, I made a mistake and only started out with this archetype. You're still going to be able to optimize your character in game and find everything on each archetype just throughout the world. And moving on, you see that little white circle next to each gun he has? These are called mods, and you get well, there's multiple ways of getting mods, whether that's just like finding them randomly throughout the world or doing side quests. There's going to be multiple ways to obtain mods, but my point is, as you're playing this game, you're going to come across weapons that may have mods on them that you're going to be able to replace with other mods or just script them in general. And on the other hand, there's going to be weapons to where the mod may be permanently. Remember how I was talking about the Defiler and that being a boss weapon, so you're not going to be able to remove the mod? So just keep that in mind whenever you come across these weapons. And for the people that don't know, mods are just like rechargeable skills or powers that just help you throughout your gameplay. So like, for example, there's some mods that allow you to heal your squad. So if you know you're going to be the healer of the team, try to be on the lookout for healing mods, you know what I'm saying? And yes, they're going to be on a timer, and if you're going to want to use them again, you're going to have to wait until it builds back up. So simple enough. Again, nothing crazy, but they will help you in sticky situations. Just barely below that, you have his melee weapon, which is called the Petrified Maul, and he mentioned that hammer type of melee weapons like this one, for example, they do crazy amounts of damage. Like this one alone does 80 damage, which is insane. And below that, you have his gear. Now, here's the thing with gear. Just like weapons or mods, you're able to find it throughout the world, but a lot of people are misconstrued. A lot of people think that it's just clothes that you find throughout the world that you can put on and look cool. It's definitely not. Well, it's that, but it's just a lot more to it. So when it comes down to gear, you can take two different routes. You can take the smart guy route and optimize your gear to benefit you even more when it comes down to like your armor and your resistance, or two, you can be the guy that just wants to look cool and just find different types of gear and just, you know, look cool with his friends. And between me and you, I definitely wouldn't take route two. Just because you may look cool doesn't mean you're going to be suitable for, you know, the zone you're about to enter. I'm not saying you can't like find a balance between the two, but try to look into it and don't just try to go for like the coolest looking gear. And don't worry, I'm gonna have a video dedicated to showing you guys gear and how to optimize it to benefit you even more, because like I said earlier, when it comes down to gear, it plays a very big part as far as like your armor or your resistance stats and even like your rolling distance. It plays a very big part. Moving on to answer all you guys' questions about how will healing work in this game, there's actually going to be multiple ways to heal one another. Like you will be able to find healing lootables throughout the world as you just randomly played, and there's also going to be a starting archetype called the ex-cultist. He will have a mod on one of his weapons that allows you to heal the whole squad, including yourself, so that's going to be insane. And on top of that, the main way of healing yourself will be dragon hearts. If you look on the screen, I'll have an arrow pointing towards them. These are your dragon hearts. This is going to be like the main way you heal yourself, and you refill them at checkpoints. Now again, whenever your health is low and you find yourself about to die, that's when you're going to want to pop a dragon heart. You start out with 3, but without like spoiling anything, there will be things you can find that will help you upgrade these and give you more like to hold. And with that being said and showcase, that is today's video. I hope you enjoyed. This game is called Remnant from the Ashes. Will be dropping August 20th for PS4, Xbox One, and PC for $40. Definitely remember that. For the people that missed my other 2 videos on this game, don't worry, I'm gonna have them linked in the description, as well as the video you're watching today. All that will be linked in the description. Definitely go check it out when you guys get a chance. Be sure to drop a like, also subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. Follow me on Twitter to stay updated, and I will be seeing you guys real soon with some more Remnant from the Ashes. Peace.